been a while, hasn't it? We're just gonna focus on the fact that I'm finally back making videos and things are looking a little bit different. I won't lie, it kind of felt like I was in a bit of a rut with YouTube and everything, and I thought it was time to take some time away and time to make some changes. I think one of the reasons I've been in a bit of a rut is like without having exciting things to do and film, so like without having like vlogs of gigs and travel stuff, it's really hard to keep thinking of new ideas. So I spent a lot of time thinking about what kind of content I want to make. Probably noticed I've been enjoying a lot of Disney content in the last year, and that is definitely something I want to do more of. But aside from that, I just want to branch out a little bit more. I won't lie, there is some parts of my life and some things that I really love that like I barely even share on my YouTube that I would definitely like to. Like my job, for example. I absolutely love my job. I love talking about software and engineering and stuff, and I think it would be nice to share some more of that sort of side of me and give people an insight into what it's like to be a software engineer, especially as I'm working from home. So you'll definitely hopefully see some more different content soon. I also want to give those YouTube shorts a go, just try and be a bit more creative with my channel. I also feel like I was a bit fed up with how my YouTube channel looked. It's looked the same for pretty much the last like 3 or 4 years now. I haven't really changed it up at all. I've reorganized it a little bit, organized all the playlists all nicely on my homepage. I've like put a new icon, new banner. I'm also starting with some new thumbnail styles as well. Yeah, so far I'm much happier with it, and I think it's just given it a little bit of a revamp, which it definitely needed. I also want to improve the quality of my videos. Josh got me some fancy lights for Christmas, so while I've been away I've spent a lot of time figuring out how to use those. I feel like it's made a massive difference already. I actually look like I could be a proper YouTuber. This is mad. The biggest and probably the most noticeable change is my backdrop. I finally have a decent backdrop that I can film at consistently, which I don't think I have ever had in my time that I've been on YouTube. So I'm currently in our spare room where everyone tends to stay, and it is also now my office. This room has been an absolute pain. It has been an absolute tip since we moved in here, and same with the equivalent room in our old house. It was an absolute mess. Everyone's got one room where you just dump all the crap and all the stuff that you can't bother to find a home with, and that was definitely this room. When I started working from home due to COVID, first time I had to actually use it as a proper office space, and starting to use it as an actual office space kind of made the situation worse. It just got even messier because as well as all our crap from the house, I also had all my crap from work in here. For a while I just accepted it and just left it as a mess because I was like, what's the point in sorting it out? I might as well wait until I go back into the office and I take all my work stuff back. But I obviously soon realised that that wouldn't be happening for a very long time. I mean, even when it is safe for us to all be back in the office, I think COVID has really changed how my company sees things, and I expect that we will be working at home pretty much most of the time now. So yeah, kind of towards the end of the last year, I kind of decided it was time to bite the bullet, as much as I didn't want to, because it was just, I knew it was going to be a mammoth task. I spend half my life in this room now, so it made sense to make it a nice space to work in. And it's kind of killing two birds with one stone, because I knew if I tidied it up, I could have a nice YouTube background. So yeah, I am very happy with it. Feeling very motivated and inspired to get back into YouTube. I'm gonna end this video with a little tour of my office spare room space. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think of the room. Let me know what you think of the lighting. I'm really interested if you've got any tips on how I should set my lighting up. I did a lot of research and Josh has got a lot of prior experience, but I'm definitely all ears if anyone's got any more advice to offer. So yeah, on with the room tour, and I shall speak to you guys in the next video. So here is the spare room slash office. Naturally, as this is a spare room, we've got a spare bed for when people come and stay, which obviously hasn't been happening much in the last year. But this is just a day bed from IKEA. Pretty much all the furniture in here is from IKEA. And yeah, it actually pulls out into a double, and it's got the nice storage underneath. And then this bedding, I believe, is from Next. And yeah, I really like it. On the windowsill, we've got a plant. We have far too many plants in this house. I totally blame Josh for that. I've got some things I got from my old music group, so an award I won and a thank you glass they gave me, and also this photo frame. The photos are pretty difficult to see because of the reflection, but there's just a collage of photos of me with people from my old music group. Then the frame on the right, my nan and granddad gave me on my graduation day. Then around here we've just got lots of storage. Down here we've got Olaf, which I think Josh gave to me for, I want to say my 19th birthday, and I'm now 25, so it's been around a long time. Then around here we've got my guitar, which I do not really play, and that's partly why I brought a stand for it, because I thought if I take it out and put it out nicely, I might actually use it at some point. Moving on to where all the magic happens, and where I spend pretty much half my life at the moment. This is my desk. These drawers aren't actually meant to go under this type of desk because the drawers are too tall, but these are deeper than the ones that are meant to go under, so that's why I bought those. So Josh kindly free printed me some legs so I can make it taller, and you know, hasn't collapsed yet, kind of works. My chair, as I said, is from IKEA and it is like super comfy. I got it just before lockdown and I'm so glad I did, because I didn't know at the time that I was going to end up working from home. On my chair I've just got a Baymax throw, which I pretty much snuggle up in all day because I'm basically an old woman. So obviously I've got my work monitors and keyboard and mouse and my PC down there. So moving around to this side, got two coasters, so Mickey Mouse coaster, which is from the Cath Kidston set, and then I've got this random bit of motherboard which has been put into a coaster, which was given to me by a friend a few years ago. I've got a Disneyland Paris ornament. I'm going to put photos on these top bits, but I actually kind of preferred it as it was. And then I've got this candle from Magical Candle Company. Josh bought me a collection of their stuff for my birthday, and this one is meant to smell like the Flight of Passage ride, and it definitely does. So on my monitor stands, I've got this little ornament from Brussels, which is of the Atonium, I think it's pronounced, in Brussels. I'm going to make a little disclaimer. It might seem weird that I have a lot of brains on my desk. I actually work in software for neurosurgery. So naturally, obviously, we've been given brain stress balls. This little thing is just helpful when working out coordinate systems and stuff. So moving around to the left side, I have yet another plant. I've got a C# book. C# the main programming language we work in. Haven't opened that book in years, but you know, makes me look like I actually know what I'm talking about. And then here I've got my collection of Cath Kidston notepads, and also my collection of Cath Kidston pens, which are in this Michael McIntyre mug. So up here I have my calendar for 2021. It's actually a calendar of Devon, which is where I'm from. I mainly just got it so I had a piece of home in my office. So then above my desk I have this little collection of photos. So here we got me and my friends Andrew and Hannah at our graduation, me and my friend Catherine, also known as Wheel, me and Josh with my parents in Barcelona, me and my friend Taylor, and then me, Kirsty, Catherine and Caroline with Scout for Girls. And then above that we've got this shelf. So here we've got yet another plant. When this one grows it's meant to dangle over, so I thought that would look quite nice once it grows on the shelf. Got this Funko Pop of Baymax. If you haven't guessed already, Baymax is like one of my favourite Disney characters. And we've also got another Funko Pop in the middle of Mickey. And then up here, probably the most expensive thing in this entire room, my degree certificate. The reason I have 40 grand of debt, I graduated like almost 4 years ago and it was about time I actually put it up somewhere. Then the certificate on the left is what I got when I graduated, which was for best software development project. So I got best final year project in the year. Over from that I've got our Polaroid camera. Then under that is this collection of books. We tend to get these every time we go somewhere. On the very end we have a little Gromit statue. I live in Bristol and this is probably the most Bristol thing you can own. So for those of you that don't know, Wallace and Gromit is made by Aardman, and Aardman are from Bristol. To raise money for charity they've done these trails, these massive statues of Gromit and Wallace and Shaun the Sheep darted around Bristol, and you basically just hunt them all down. I did a whole video on this a few years ago if you're interested in knowing more, and they basically have made some of these little ornaments of the statues from the trail. So I bought this one because it's actually Bristol themed, so you've got like all the Bristol landmarks and stuff, so I thought it'd be quite nice to have on display in my office. So that's basically the spare room slash office. I absolutely love how it's turned out. This room literally, especially this side of the room, is literally me in a room. I've got a little bit of everything that I love in this room. It's made it such a nice space to work in and also a great YouTube background. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll speak to you in the next video, and for a change that actually won't be too long to wait. We're gonna get back into this YouTube thing, I promise.